Okay, so I'm kind of new to this video blogging, but what I'm going to do is make a report on Sea Spots Conservation Society's Project 2767, which is our main base of operations. And you can see the wall of one of our walls behind me. The birds and the bees. Alright, so starting with plants, we bought a bunch of seeds from a native plant seed company, and we had basically everything. We did have some of the grasses come up, which is not so remarkable. Other than that, we had an absolutely 100% failure in germination rate, which is very unusual. If you had a look at my garden, you would see why. So we're not going to be buying any more seeds from them, and we're going to be focusing more on green gardening, which means basically just having a really awesome lawn and having very little impact on the environment. And I have a little pet project, which is weed gardens. I like to plant things that I pull out of my garden in little areas and see how they develop. See what comes up. Sometimes we get some really beautiful weeds. I might forward you some pictures later. Okay, so that's where we're going with plants. Now bees are still very interesting, but we are in a downtown area, and I'm not fully versed in guerrilla beekeeping yet, so I think that overt beekeeping in the area that we're living in now would be frowned upon by my neighbors, who don't. One of whom doesn't even like me composting. Thinks it attracts rats. Yeah. So fish. So we don't have a pond yet. It's on our list of things to do. There are bylaws that restrict the size and depth of the pond, but we couldn't work with them. Our seahorse tank has been stabilized for 4 months now. We have a thriving little ecosystem. Very little die-off. Nothing really to speak of. We haven't got we haven't introduced the seahorses yet, but it's coming soon. And this webcam that I'm using right now will be on the seahorse tank. Now, the bird idea is dependent essentially on the pond and restricting raccoons from eating everything in it. We could also use a good camera, which we really don't have right now. We've got some pretty good digital cameras, but nothing on the level that will be necessary to take good pictures of wildlife. There are some webcams, one in particular made by Sony, which is about $1,500, that could do the job quite impressively. So I'm thinking about that, but I've got to come up with $1,500 first. And I guess that's about it. Thanks for your time.